Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. Industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage. And brought to you by Amsoil, the first in synthetics. AP Laser, leading the way. And by Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radio since 1977.
So much power and so much fun. Welcome to this Amsoil Tech Tip. You know that power doesn't do you any good if you can't get it to the rear wheels. That's why we're talking about chain lube and maintenance. And if you ever replaced a chain on one of these bikes, you know it can be as easy as just replacing a master link, and or you may have to go get a chain breaker, bust it all apart. It's a tedious process, so you don't want to mess with it. Now, what goes on when a chain starts to wear? You can see it right here. The rollers, the pins, it starts to wear, and what happens? It starts jumping teeth. You're not getting power back there. Then the chain starts to stretch. You're getting a lot of slack. You're not getting the clutch feel. You're not taking off. It's a big problem. And Len, you ran this test. Tell me about it.
That was a 200-mile test, 5 hours, and we compared many different chain lubes. And we were looking at different things about wear on the pins, wear on the sprockets, just basic general wear protection of the product.
And you can see that. You can actually see the Amsoil versus the competitor on the lube, on the actual chain link, and the sprocket itself. Now, what characteristics, what makes a good chain lube?
Right, there's a few things in there that you look to do. Because this chain lives in such a bad environment, it's dirty, it can be hot. The lube, it needs to be properly formulated, right, as any product would be. You've got anti-wear additive in there to keep the chain looking really nice. You've got some rust and corrosion protection in there because if you've ridden a dirt bike like I have, you're in the water with it sometimes. And then you want it to be sticky, but not too sticky that it attracts dirt. So it's a very fine balance. And those are the three things that we really were testing when we were running that test.
Now, Amsoil did just that. Now, to put it on, it was super easy. We just jacked up the bike, cleaned the chain, made sure it was clean, sprayed it on there. And like you said, that was the neat part. As we were spraying it on there, you can kind of see it stick to it. Let it dry for 15 minutes. Then it wasn't tacky anymore, so we wasn't picking up any dirt. So, awesome product.
Exactly. Works as it's designed, proven by the testing. Go get yourself a can.
And you can do just that. Get yourself a can at amsoil.com. Those and so many other great products.
AG Products has an incredible line of car care products that can help you on the exterior and the interior. Really easy to use at home, but Dave, it's not just for the folks at home. What can you do for maybe the pro detailer out there?
This product was designed by detailers myself, 22 years in the game, and it was designed for detail shops. And it's been great on the consumer level, but I would like to reference to the pros out there that this is something that's going to help you on your return on investment. It's not just an overhead. It's not something you just have to spend money on every month. You can get your money back out of these bottles. It's not just an overhead product that you have to, worry about every month to month. They're concentrated, they last long, and they do great on the car. Obviously, we've shown that today, but you can take a bottle of this Twisted Apple and you can get 10 interior details, and these detailers know what they're charging per interior detail. You do the math and it adds up pretty quick.
And for the Twisted Apple, that's what you get out of it. Right there, you're using the strawberry lemonade wax there.
Yeah, the spray and wax.
Spray and wax. How long is that going to last me?
This bottle right here, I've tried to go through it in about 6 to 8 months. It doesn't happen. You really have to, use it a lot. So, this can always be a great reference to a professional detailer at the end of their exterior detail to shine it up real quick for the customer, clean up any little loose ends of loose wax. But to have this in your shop, it'll be there for most of the year for just this one bottle.
Naturally, the bottle is the easiest way to apply it to the car. Do you sell it in larger quantities for folks that are going through a bunch of it?
Yeah. We can sell to dealerships or we can sell to pro detail shops. We can do everything from a 55-gallon drum all the way down to a 1-gallon jug and everything in between.
If you're a pro or you're doing it at home or anywhere in between, shopagproducts.com has everything you need to make your car look great. We found our Motorhead of the Week at Steel Rubber at an auto show in July. It's John Davis, owner of a great-looking 1940 Ford Deluxe. He actually bought it from a former NASCAR driver a few years ago. The car has all the modern bells and whistles, power steering, power brakes, a tilt wheel, cruise control, and my favorite, air conditioning. And those things, along with a 350 small block under the hood, he says make it a joy to drive all over the place. John says the original builder stayed true to the original design by keeping the body lines, and he even used period-correct materials for the interior. When John's not driving this beauty around, he volunteers at Veterans Community Alliance in Lincolnton, North Carolina. They provide low-cost or no-cost auto repairs for veterans and their families if they're in need. Now, VCA runs solely on donations and hard work from volunteers like John Davis. You know, it's easy to be our Motorhead of the Week. All you have to do is drop us a note at motorheadgarage.tv and tell us your story. It's also easy to find the latest aftermarket gear for your vehicle without leaving your living room. Just tune in to Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com every week. We hope you do it again next week because we're going to be here. Until then, we'll see you.